Are we still asking the question, is it a coach's league or a player's league? Have you guys not been reading me over the years? I'm disappointed. Of course players are important. Nobody can win with players that can't play. But coaches take a group and get it to overachieve. They use smarter offensive philosophies.
Never try to be better than someone else. Always learn from others.
Sounder defensive strategies, better game management, special situations, inbound plays. They find a way to manufacture wins. They inspire their team.
They play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Don't believe me? How's Chicago doing if Thibodeau's not there? Take Doug Collins out of Philadelphia. How's that working out for you? He arrives and changes the dynamics of that team. That's what great coaches do.
I never cease trying to be the best you could be.
David, you're a coach, so should we be surprised that you tell us it's a coach's league? All these books back here, they're not just for show. I actually read some of them. This one by David Berry and Martin Schmidt. They looked into this coaching thing, and they found it's not so much that it's a coach's league or not, but that it's an elite coach's league.
It's kind of like women delivering children.
Very best coaches, like your Phil Jacksons. Anybody who's coached one of the NBA's best defenses. Dan Van Gundy.
Go, run, move!
Tom Thibodeau, Doc Rivers, Greg Popovich. But most of the NBA, if you were to take coach from the 15th best NBA team and switch it with the coach from the 16th best NBA team, does that make a huge difference?
Henry, coach, I hear what you're saying. But doesn't that same kind of standard apply to players? It's not just a players' league, but an elite players' league.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
And if we're going that route, why don't we just call it what it is? It's not a players' league or a coaches' league. It's a greatness league.
If you got a problem, blame somebody else.
If you're a great player, you can take a team to heights that they couldn't do without you. If you're a great coach, you can take a good team and make them great, or take a great team and make them transcendent. You can't go anywhere important without both of them.
They will have an opinion about a player.
If you want to have success in this league, you have to have great coaching and great talent. Take the Spurs, for instance. Greg Popovich is one of the most sophisticated coaches in the NBA, but even he'll admit that the Spurs' success over the last dozen or so years has had far more to do with Tim Duncan than it does with his ability to orchestrate a shutdown defense.
I am so impressed with the San Antonio Spurs.
The truth of the matter is, this isn't a players' league, and it isn't a coaches' league. It's a competitive league.
Respect is something won by what you do, not what you're born with.
I'd say it's a coach's league, especially if you frame the question this way. Injury and being in the wrong situation can push a player out of the league in no time. Once you crack the coaching fraternity, you're set for life, even if you consistently demonstrate your incompetence.
We have a lot of improvement to do, there's no question.
Same can't be said for hard luck players.
Alright, you bunch of wusses. Almost all of you refused to pick a side on this one, and you all came to the same conclusion. Pairing good players with a good coach makes a great team. But if I had to pick a side, I have to say this is a players' league.
I forced Shaq out, forced Phil out, and that's just not true.
Aside from a few select individuals who have had success in this league, an NBA coach's job is a revolving door.
It has led to some ugly moments.
If there were a draft for NBA coaches, how many teams would tank a season to get the chance at the #1 pick? The truth is, a great coach can do good things with mediocre players, but hitting on a top draft pick can alter the course of a franchise for years to come.